I literally made this video right here in a weekend, and that became the most popular video on my channel. So guess what? We're doing it again. If this video gets 1,000 views with, I don't know, let's say a month, I'll make a survival series with a bunch of Doctor Who and other mods. Put your suggestions for mods in the comments. Anyway, here we go! Hello everybody, so we're back with another Doctor Who Minecraft mod review video. This time we are gonna take a look at the Adventures in Time mod, which a surprising amount of you actually suggested in the comment section of the last video. So we're gonna do this, we're gonna have fun, we're gonna get my views up. Let's do this. What you probably wanna see is how you actually grow your TARDIS. So, what we're going to do is we're going to grab either a rift scanner or a Geiger counter. Here's the recipe for the rift scanner, and there's no crafting recipe that I can see for the Geiger counter. What this does is this tracks Artron chunks, which you can only grow your TARDIS in an Artron chunk. But make sure before you actually start looking for it, you shift and right click so that it actually starts tracking, because otherwise it's just a regular compass. Oh, and looks like we have just regular rift chunk right here. Look at that. So what you need now is coral growth and some soul sand. This coral growth is craftable, and it takes 9 coral fragments, which honestly takes a long time to get, because what you have to do is you have to find little cracks in time. You know, like Matt Smith's time as the Doctor, a bunch of cracks crawled across the universe. You'll find a bunch of those with like spinning vortex stuff inside of it, and if you click on that, it'll either give you paper, place coral blocks around you, or it'll actually get those coral fragments out and you can use them. So what you need to do is you need to put the soul sand down and put the coral growth on top of it, get a nice little advancement called the gardening guru, and eventually that should grow up. And just real quick while that's growing, like I said, there's TARDIS coral blocks. I don't know why you would make it into a block. I don't think you can't actually craft them, so I don't know how you get them. Probably from those rift chunks. But we have the block, we have the stairs, we have the slab, and we have the coral fan. So do with this as you will. You can use it for decorating and stuff like that. Again, it's not craftable, so I'm not sure how you get this. Look, we have our little TARDIS growing here. It has the little Gallifreyan particles growing. If you want to speed it up, you just have to increase the random tick speed. And it immediately did that. And it plays a little fun music. Now, we have our TARDIS here. Now, as you can see, it looks pretty wild on the outside, and it doesn't look better inside. So let's go in. See, look. We get the challenge completed. How does it fit? Riffing on the bigger on the inside bit. And as you can see, we have a pretty beautiful cave room here. Here, let me light this place up. This mod is in 1.20.1, so it utilizes all the new flower blocks from this new update. As you can see here, we have this really good looking TARDIS console statue right here. So this is like kind of like a placeholder. It's a bit sick right now. Let's look at this. We have a bunch of amethyst down here. Then we have like this big cherry tree down here, which looks really nice. Look at all this wonderful water down here. We can see into the TARDIS void, and we can see the Eye of Harmony. By the way, there are barrier blocks here to prevent you from falling through. But look at that. I have to give my props off to the modding team here and say that's a pretty cool effect to just have the Eye of Harmony in there. I'm a big fan. I'm a huge fan. Alright. But right now, you really can't fly the TARDIS, like, as there's no controls. As you can see, on the bottom there, it says, not enough plasmic material for shell. So part of it is you need to kind of refine the TARDIS from the outside as well as the inside. Real quick before I continue, this mod used to work with immersive particles, but now it does not. And that's because of an issue that the team was having, and it was getting buggy and all that. So they just did away with the whole thing and decided to try to create their own bigger on the inside effect. I think that's still in the process of being made. I'm not sure what the current state of it is. Heck, I don't even know what the current state of the whole mod stuff is in general, because no one's made a video about this mod in 5 months. So, hopefully this will be a more updated thing for you guys to refer to. What we need is a coral cage, and plasmic material. Here's the recipe for a coral cage, which requires another coral fragment. And here's the recipe for plasmic material, which uses superheated Zyton, which is an ore you can get in this game. It spawns the same way as amethyst does. You'll find these throughout the world. It's pretty much just blue amethyst. So what you want to do first is you want to take your coral cage and right-click the exterior, and that'll just kind of put it in a little bit of a cage. And then you just need to right-click until it fills up. Therefore, now when you look at it, it kind of looks more like a Type TT capsule, but it's not full yet. You still see the coral around here. So what you need to do is when you go inside, it says down here, throw the personality matrix into the water to give it life. And what you need is a matrix energizer, which you need to place on a naturally occurring shrieker to produce the personality matrix. And then you need a nether star. So what you would normally do is you put the matrix energizer. Oh yes, okay, now it works. Procrastination 3000. What do you mean procrastination? Excuse me, princess. What do you mean procrastination? Okay, so what you usually need to do is you need to place that there, put the nether star in there. It would make that sound, and then you'd have to make it shriek. But since we can't do that, it won't. This is kind of pointless. So you do that on a naturally occurring shrieker, and then you would get your personality matrix. So they made it a whole lot more complicated because it used to be just throw nether star in, but now you need to put it in its entire personality. Alright, so what you need to do is after you get your hands on the personality matrix, you need to throw it in the water. And it gives you a little cloister bell, and it tells you to get out of there. And believe me, you need to get out of here. I was messing around with the mod, and if you don't actually leave the TARDIS in that time, the whole thing gets glitched out and is unplayable. They need to kind of fix something like that. But as you can see, we got a couple cloister bells. It's locked, we can't go inside on any side. And it starts to take off after a bit. Now, it should take, like, I don't know, about a minute or so for it to come back. I don't know, something around there. There it is. Look at it. Doesn't it look pretty? Very own Type 40 TT capsule. Alright. So now, we can open it up, and you can see we have these nice end portal effects here, which I think that's a placeholder for the bigger on the inside effect that they're gonna do. So you can see it's a bit darker in here, and as you can, like, it. What? Okay. So animals can't survive in here. As we walk around here, things are looking pretty much the same, except for here. The central console is gone. I can't really show you it because the power is off and you can't really see. So, in order to actually give this TARDIS power, we need an engine. Before I show you that, this is a perfect opportunity to talk about the fabrication parts of this mod. So you're given a bunch of blueprints to make different TARDIS parts. You need it to make a sonic screwdriver. You need to make the different, like the dematerialization circuit, the Artron fluid link, a bunch of different things. And what's cool about it is it also shows the recipe when you have it in your inventory and you hold shift for more info. And what you need to forge these items is the fabricator. Here's the recipe for the fabricator, which is a bunch of obsidian and 2 Zyton shards. Now what you need to do with the fabricator is you need to put a forging table down. This is the smithing table, that's what it's called. And place the fabricator on top of it. Gives you a nice Time Lord words, and it tells you to insert a blueprint. So you just right click, and it shows you what items you need. Kind of even shows you how many you need on the little wheel when you hover over it. You just place all these items in here, alright, and then we just put this last item in, and then once we're done, it gives our items and it tells us to collect output. So we click on it, and there we go. We have our engine. So all we need to do is we need to go in the TARDIS and place the engine down somewhere. And it needs 3x3 space to actually occupy an area. So we break that, and then we just place it down there. There we go, the TARDIS slowly powers up. Now as you can see, this bottom part's a little different. We actually have stairs to get down here easier. It's a bit more of a compact water thing. And we have our little tree here in a pot. When you go down, the Eye of Harmony is active. Be careful not to fall in here because you will die. And the Eye of Harmony shall kill you. But now we can see it's active. We have a nuclear power in the TARDIS, pretty much. But it's better nuclear power because the Time Lords made it. So pretty much you have a powered-on TARDIS. But you might be noticing we can't actually use it because there's no console. To get a console, you need a console generator. So what you need to do is you come in here and you place the console generator down, and as you can see, we have a hologram effect of our console. Now, you can place this anywhere in the TARDIS, but I recommend placing it like in the center here where it's meant to go. As you can see, we can get like different types of consoles by right-clicking on it. So we have the Type 40 Coral from the 9th and 10th Doctor's TARDIS. We have the copper one, which we can't see right now because we haven't unlocked it, which as the more you use your TARDIS, the more you unlock different things. Then we have the Toyota, a nice custom one that the mod makers made, which looks really cool. The Steam console from the new TARDIS mod. Jodie Whittaker's console, which is the Crystalline. The Renaissance, which is the current TARDIS interior from the show. And that's it. We can also get different styles. So if you shift right click, you get a different style for each of the different consoles. So what you need to do is you need to grab a sonic screwdriver, which when you first craft it, it's very limited in what it can do. It can't even turn on. I don't think it actually can interact. It cannot do anything. Like, if it's not bound to a TARDIS, which I'll show you how to do in a bit, the sonic screwdriver can't do anything except confirm your choice for a TARDIS console. There we go. Look at that. Alright, now I need to find the sonic slot. There we go. There's the sonic slot. Now it's added to the TARDIS. So in order to get it back, you shift right click. So let me briefly go over what the sonic does. This has multiple modes. Inactive mode, then it has interaction mode. In interaction mode, you can do anything that the sonic screwdrivers can do in other mods. You can open and close iron doors. Make sure if you want it to stay in one place, like look away. You can do the same thing with iron trapdoors. However, in interaction mode, it does not light TNT, which is a great feature and can prevent many, many accidents. If you want to blow something up, though, you need to put the sonic in overload mode. When you press that, you can light TNT. You can also shatter glass in overload mode. And I do believe that you can... I don't remember. You have to look on the wiki, which will be put in the description of this video. You can use the overload mode to help fix the TARDIS faster in a certain event or something bad happens. I'm not quite sure what else overload mode can do, but you can look on the wiki for that. Next, we have scanning mode, which when you turn it on, it can scan the blocks it's on and can tell you what it can be broken with. It can even show you how full the TARDIS is on fuel, which it is going down, which I don't think that's good. But you can also see what the controls actually do. You can also see like the durability of different items, which the parts of the TARDIS do have durability in this. You might be wondering, this interior, it's very messy. Like I kind of want to change it and make it better. Well, I'm glad you asked. But first, before we change the interior, first we need to find the refueler. Here it is. And have that refuel for a bit. So, and while that's refueling, I'll talk to you guys about the monitor here. So with this monitor running on TARDOS, which I really just want to call TARDIS operating system because TARDOS sounds like turd OS. So this is a screen where you can get like a bunch of different information. You can see your current location. This is supposed to be the location you're trying to get to, but since we're not traveling anywhere, it's set to the current location. This down here is your journey travel indicator. It just shows how fast you are traveling and also how far into your journey you are when you're flying. Like this here, you can change your TARDIS interior with it. You can scroll through. We have a booth. Renegade, which is locked. Like, you guys can check this out later. Down here, you can switch the variants of the capsules. Button here changes the mode of the monitor to show somewhat of the interior settings mode. Here, you can change the console variant using the cache console. You can see the security options. Yeah, I'm not sure what all this does. Like, look in the wiki more. I'm just going over the basic stuff. You can also change your Sonic variants in here. Let me just do that real quick. Sonic settings, you can see what the Sonic casing is, the current Artron units inside it, and the link to TARDIS. And as you scroll through, you get all the different variants. We can also change the different hums, so you can change the hums from different states the TARDIS is in. Then these arrows down here, you can change which hum is actually currently active for this different setting. Let's just do 8. And see, it slightly changed there. And then we have the interiors. So we have the cave, we have the Al Nico, which is goes with that custom TARDIS console that you can see here, which is very detailed and pretty cool. We have the copper interior, we have the pristine interior.
United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru.
Actually, let's do Regal. I want to see what Regal looks like. So when we press apply, we get the warning message, and we have to get out of here, otherwise it will get glitched out. Like I said, should lock. Yeah, it's locked, so you can't get back in. Now we just have to wait for a little bit for it to reconstruct. Oh, and see, we see the Type 50 TT capsule has turned into Regal. So let's open it up and head inside. There we go. Wow. Oh, and it's powered off again. We can, oh, look, it's our, it picks up any items you left in here, I believe. There we go, it's powered on. One thing I do admire about a good Doctor Who mod is the ability to actually make more room. So I hope that's implemented in the future, but it is not right now. So now that we have our custom TARDIS interior, we probably want to change the exterior, which leads me to how we implement the other circuits that you can make using blueprints. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to use the chameleon circuit and the dematerialization circuit. Other circuits include a shield circuit, a backup circuit, which gives you emergency power. We have gravitational circuit. We have chameleon circuit. We have the desperation circuit. I don't know what desperation is. Wiki. Look up the wiki. We have stabilizers, we have life support, and we have, yeah, and we have the engine. That's it. So, but what you need to do to actually use these is you need to have a generalized subsystem core and an Artron cable. Here's the recipe for the Artron cable. Here's the recipe for the full Artron cable, which you can run different cables out of. And then here's the generalized subsystem core. I severely suggest using just enough items on this mod because there's a lot of things that you need to know. So, what you need to do is, as you can see, there are 4 squares on this engine here. So what you can do is you can take the Artron cables out a bit of ways and connect it to a generalized subsystem core. And then you just take your circuit and you just place it in. First time you do it, you get a time-space engineer thing, which is pretty cool. And so now that we have that, let me change the TARDIS exterior. Okay, I really want to see what the pipe looks like. Apply. Look at this goofy thing. Oh, shoot. It retracts into the wall. You bring it out and then... Let's go! Pew, pew, pew. I really like that, but we're not going to keep it as that. Gosh, is it green? It's green. Oh, and it looks just like this the Mario pipe from the 8-bit game. Okay, this classic exterior. There we go. Now we can officially call this a Doctor Who mod. There we go. Look at that, and it looks beautiful on the outside. Like, this is honestly, this looks like one of the most well implemented exteriors I've seen. I mean, sure, there's other things that look more like Minecraft, but I think they did a good job. I really like this. There's a bunch of protocols that are on here. The wiki has more information about them. They do specific things. I do know Protocol 0 is the self-destruct button, which I don't know why you would need that, especially in like a single-player world. And also, can I just say, the animations of these consoles are just beautiful. Look at that. It's like Doctor Who. So we're pretty full on our refuel, so we can shut off the refueler. And what we can do, let's just go to the randomizer. Okay, I'm not sure what that does. Wait, what current location are we at? Okay, so there's our randomizer. For some odd reason, it only takes us to -1 or -1 1 when you put in the randomizer, but we can still do that. Now, I would suggest to you guys, when you fly the TARDIS and are trying to learn the console for the first time, or even, yeah, when you try to learn the console for the first time, put your Sonic in the Sonic port. You'll see why later. So what we need to do is we lift up the handbrake, and then we take off by right-clicking. And look at that. We're flying. Now you can change the speeds however you want to do. Artron drain detected. So when that happens, you have to, when a flight event happens, you have to go to the exclamation point and click on it to help fix it. Oh, we're there. See? All that's glowed up. We are all there. What the? What? Okay, why is that burning? Okay, so let's shift click and left click to bring it all the way up. But yeah, you have to get those flight events to have a smooth travel experience. Otherwise, bad things will happen and you might even crash the TARDIS. And that exclamation point that you just saw, that only shows up if you have the Sonic in the port. Let's bring the handbrake down and... Oh. I don't know why that's broken. Oh, wait. Okay, so with the TARDIS mode, you can actually, I guess, fix things. So if you have a TARDIS mode and one of your controls is a bit fumey, you can use TARDIS mode to fix it. So, now we have landed. Let's see, is there a door control? I can't remember if there's a door control. No matter. Let's see where we are. We are in a snowy biome. And look at that. Look at that. We have a little icy top to our little TARDIS cover here. That's cool. Depending on the biome you're in, it changes. Like, if you're in a sandy place, sand covers the bottom. Snowy place, it's snowy on top. That's really cool. So now that I'm here, we can talk about more about the TARDIS mode, which, if you hover on the ground, you can set a location for your TARDIS. So, if you put that there, remote summoning requires stabilizers. Okay, let's put that in so I can demonstrate how that works. Because even though that there's a Stadenheim remote that you can use and link up to the TARDIS using the telepathic circuits, wink, TARDIS mode on the sonic screwdriver can also summon the TARDIS within a certain distance. Like, if you're beyond like 200 blocks, then you need the Stadenheim remote. But if not, then the sonic screwdriver is the way to go. When we're right here, we can select that, and look at that. It's starting to take off. Look at that. There it goes. And then it should pop up here in a little bit.
1 hour later.
Oh, there it is. There we go. I was about to get worried there. Look at that. Oh, and then it gets snowy when it lands. Oh, isn't that cute? In the wiki, this is called the Artron Collector Panel. But in here, it's just called the Artron Collector Unit. When you're in the Rift Junk, if you just hold this in your hand, it will fill up with Artron energy. And to fill up the TARDIS with it, you just need to crouch right-click the console. Another way to collect Artron energy is by using an Artron Collector. You place this down in the world within an Artron chunk, and then it collects Artron energy in there, and when you want to collect it, you take the collector unit, shift right-click, and it'll put it into this item storage. Ow, 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 why am I taking damage? I don't know why I'm taking damage. So I'm assuming that you need life support to actually be inside the TARDIS. Okay, now I'm fine. So you need life support in order to actually be in your TARDIS. Game mode creative. That's really annoying. Okay, I have to say, this is getting more and more annoying the more I play this mod. So, oh. Well, if you hop on the top of the console, it kicks you off. See, watch. Whoa, it gets mad at you. We have a couple custom paintings here, which are pretty cool. So we have one painting, which is Gallifrey Falls. Yo! It's the 3D! Oh my goodness! It really is Gallifrey Falls. Or should I say, Gallifrey Falls no more. But oh my goodness, how did they manage to do a 3D effect like that? Oh man, I love that. Oh my god, that's giving me chills, man. I was not expecting that. I am pleasantly surprised. Now we have a planet called Translore, which also has the same thing. And we see the TARDIS here, like the dead TARDIS, in just different graveyards and stuff. I have to say, that is amazing. Now, before we go too much else anywhere, I want to go to a different dimension. So where are the dimension controls? Dimension. So we have space, Mars, the Nether, which is locked for some reason. The end is locked. The moon, the overworld. So let's go to space. What the Oh, it's sucking us out into space. It's trying to do a gravity effect. So, that, I can't get out there. There's like a gravity effect thing. Here, let me put on a spacesuit, which, by the way, you can craft a spacesuit using this fabric. Or this might just be a thing with just like, without, hold on, maybe shields. Okay, so now we can turn it on. Where? Oh my goodness, I think I'm trapped. Wait. F3. Wait. Wait, is there gravity? Oh my goodness. I've lost my TARDIS. Well, I guess that's the end of me. Sorry guys. Wait, I have hope. Yes! There! I found it! Is it just falling infinitely? Wait, can I? It's disappearing, yes. I don't know where it's gonna be at. Where is it? Yeah, space is unplayable, my dudes. I don't know why it exists. I don't know what it aims to achieve. Oh, look, the sun. My eyes are being burned out of my skull. You know what, there's more I was gonna show you in this mod. But I doubt I can anymore. I think this is my eternal punishment, everybody. Don't go to space, people. Just don't. It's not worth it. Well, just as brief, just a recap of like what we're gonna be missing here. Well, there's Mars. You can go to Mars and the moon, it looks like. Yeah, it looks like moon. On the moon, both on the moon and Mars, you can get all the random, all the regular survival ores. There's different, like building blocks you can get on these planets. You can even make tools on these planets. And then also we have handles. We have the American flag. And then we also have the oxygenator block, which gives you oxygen in areas where you wouldn't be able to have it before. Handles. This is quite a predicament I got myself in, huh, handles? Information. You're kind of screwed. Well, I kind of figured that, handles. Anyway, I'm ending it here, everybody. Don't go to space. Just, like, go to Mars and the moon. That's all you really need. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like button as hard as you can. But heck, crash your TARDIS into the like button as we speak. Right now. Do it. Also, make sure as you fly on by in a fiery, flaming TARDIS, make sure you smack that subscribe button as well. I really appreciate it. I want to make YouTube like an entire career, and I want to be able to create, you know, and I can't do that unless I get more subscribers. So I thank you guys all for your support, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. All right, well, maybe I won't have a video for a bit because I'm currently in space. So just get out of the video. See ya. Let me be alone with my own punishment, okay? I just wanted to thank you guys again for watching, especially for making it to the end. I really appreciate it. There's still a lot more stuff in this mod that I didn't actually talk about in this video. That's either because I was trapped in space, it did not work when I tried it out, or I forgot about it. So please go check the mod out. I put the link to it in the description, as well as the wiki. I just hope that this video helped to go over some of the biggest updates to how you actually get started. Again, remember that 1,000 views in a month. You can do it, guys. Come on, you got this. In the meantime, check out my other content. There should be a video here, and then and then probably one here. All right, that's enough for me. I'm trying to make more videos this summer, I promise. Anyway, see ya.